Hello and welcome. So, you've got some Bitcoin, and you're probably wondering, how do I turn this into, well, actual stuff? Today, we're going to break down exactly where and how you can spend your BTC in 2025. Let's dive right in. Right, so you're holding Bitcoin. You see the charts, you follow the news, but how do you actually use it? This is the big question for so many people. How do you go from digital value on a screen to real-world, tangible things? Well, the answer today is more exciting than ever before. What was once seen as just something to invest in or speculate on has really, truly evolved. There's now a whole ecosystem built to help you use Bitcoin for really everything, from your morning coffee to your next big vacation. Okay, let's start with what is by far the easiest and most popular method out there: gift cards. Seriously, think of this as the ultimate bridge. It connects your crypto wallet to pretty much any store you can possibly imagine. The idea here is just brilliant in its simplicity. You go onto one of these platforms, you use your Bitcoin to buy, say, an Amazon or a Target gift card. An instant later, a digital code pops up. You just use that code at checkout, and just like that, you're shopping anywhere, even if that store has never even heard of Bitcoin. So where do you do this? Well, there are a few great options, but we have to start with one of the biggest names in the game, and that's Bitrefill. And when I say big, I mean the selection is just massive. Get this, over 5,000 brands are available around the world. This is not some tiny niche service. It's a gateway to basically the entire global retail landscape. So let's look at what makes Bitrefill so powerful. Of course, you can pay with regular on-chain Bitcoin, but you can also use the Lightning Network, which means your payments are almost instant and the fees are super low. But honestly, for US customers, the real game changer is their virtual Visa card. You can load it up with Bitcoin and pop it right into your Apple Pay or Google Pay wallet. Now, let's talk about another major player, eGifter. They've also been around for a while, but they offer a slightly different hook, a different kind of perk. Okay, so this is where you get to choose what matters most to you. If you're all about speed, low fees, and that super flexible virtual Visa, Bitrefill is probably your go-to. But if you're a savvy shopper who loves a good deal, eGifter's loyalty program is a huge draw. Every single time you buy a gift card, you're earning points that you can use for discounts on your next purchase. Gift cards are fantastic, no doubt, but they are kind of an indirect step, right? So what if you want to skip that middleman? What if you want to pay a business directly from your own wallet? And that brings us to our next big topic, going direct. Now we're going to look at the growing list of merchants, especially in the worlds of tech and travel, who have actually built Bitcoin payments right into their checkout process. And you really can't talk about direct Bitcoin payments without mentioning Newegg. I mean, this major electronics retailer has been accepting Bitcoin since 2014. For any tech lovers out there, this is the place to spend your Bitcoin on the big stuff, like computer parts or a brand new laptop. And you know what? The process itself is incredibly smooth. You just shop on their desktop site like you normally would, and when you get to the checkout, you choose the option to pay with BitPay. A QR code pops up, you scan it with your crypto wallet, and that's it. Payment's done. It's a really seamless native experience. But it's not just about gadgets and gear. The travel industry has become a huge hub for Bitcoin spending. You can now fund your entire trip, we're talking flights, hotels, the whole shebang, directly with your BTC. In the travel world, two platforms really stand out. First, you've got Travala, which was built from the ground up with crypto users in mind. It has this massive inventory and an internal wallet to help you save on fees. Then there's CheapAir, a true OG that's been accepting Bitcoin for over a decade. They've earned a ton of trust in the community. Okay, so we know we can use gift cards to shop almost anywhere, and we know some big merchants accept Bitcoin directly. But how do you find all these places? That's where discovery tools come into play. A really great place to start is the BitPay merchant directory. Because BitPay is one of the biggest payment processors, their directory is a super reliable curated list. You can search for brands, and it'll tell you exactly how they accept Bitcoin, whether it's direct at checkout or through a gift card. It just takes all the guesswork out of it. But what about, the coffee shop down the street or that cool local boutique you love? For finding those brick-and-mortar businesses, your absolute best bet is a community-driven tool called BTC Map. The really cool thing about BTC Map is that it's completely open source and powered by the community. It's literally a global map that anyone can add to, pinpointing local spots that'll take your Bitcoin.
It's like grassroots adoption in action. Just one quick pro tip though, since it is crowdsourced, it's always a good idea to just call ahead and confirm before you head over.
So, we have covered a lot of ground. From simple gift cards to direct payments to discovering local gems, the options for integrating Bitcoin into your daily life are, well, they're more accessible than they've ever been. So let's just pull it all together. This slide really lays out the whole ecosystem at a glance. You can think of it in a few simple categories. For all your everyday retail, you've got the gift card powerhouses, BitRefill and eGifter. For those specific big-ticket purchases, you've got the tech giant Newegg and travel sites like Trivala and CheapAir. And then, to find new places, you have the BitPay directory for major brands and BTC Map for local spots. Each tool really does serve its own unique purpose. So, what's the big takeaway for you here? Well, first, the Bitcoin economy is not just some theoretical thing. It's real, it's diverse, and it is absolutely growing. If you're just starting out, my advice is to start small. Buy a simple gift card to get comfortable with the process. Use those services as your bridge, and then start exploring the directories to find merchants you can support directly. This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? Spending Bitcoin has gone from this niche hobby for techies to a practical, everyday reality for anyone who holds it. The tools are here, they're easy to use, and they actually work. And that really just leaves us with one final thought. This whole ecosystem is only going to get bigger and more integrated from here. So the real question is, as this new economy continues to grow, what will you buy next?